Hey guys, Erin Wester here. It is Saturday afternoon and I just got out of our Beachbody Super Saturday in Madison. It's actually south of Madison at a church. And I had to leave early because I couldn't do the Insanity workout just because I'm on the Ultimate Reset. Brought all my food with me to eat this morning and for lunch. And my supplements, awesome sauce, fun times. But I just left the Super Saturday and I just finished being on the Star Diamond panel with 3 other Star Diamond coaches that we answered questions that people had submitted and some questions live as well. One of the questions I was asked was about scheduling out my time, tasks, things like that. And I talked about those things as a full-time Beachbody coach because I have been a full-time Beachbody coach now for a little over a year. But I kind of just wanted to go live today and kind of share, because I felt like we were running out of time, so I didn't have a chance to share this in there. But most of my business was built while I was working a full-time job. So I've been a coach for over 6 years now. I started in June 2010. Really worked the business actively for about a year, going diamond in 100 days. But then I kind of didn't work the business for 3 years. So in April 2014, that's kind of when I restarted my business. That's about 2.5 years ago. But for a year and a half of that, I was working a full-time job. So 40 plus hours a week, a 45-hour commute each way, Monday through Friday. That was my life. I also had, that time I didn't have my baby, but I did have my son who's going to be 10 next week. And at that time, I was in a relationship. We eventually got married in March of 2014, but so I was a mom, a wife, I had a house, and a full-time job in social work where I worked 40 plus hours a week, plus I had to be basically on call on my cell phone 24/7. But I mostly built this business in that year and a half that I was working full time. My business has kind of stayed steady this year. We had the trauma of losing my daughter and some other family issues and illnesses, things like that. So this year's been really tough, and it's been really hard to build my business when things have been so hectic and crazy, and tragedies happening and lots of horrible things going on in our lives. But for that year and a half that I really was working my business, buckling down, I did it. I was lucky if I worked 10 hours a week. Lucky. During the week, I maybe got in an hour, not even that. One thing I was always consistent with, though, was my workout. I consistently connected with at least 3 to 5 new people a day, and I consistently invited 3 to 5 people a day, and I consistently followed up with 3 to 5 people a day, every day. In that year and a half, even Sundays, every day. Now I take Sundays off. That's it. As a full-time coach, I'm a full-time coach to have that time freedom. So yesterday, when I wanted to take the day off to go shopping, I could do it. Sundays, when I want to take the day off to be with my family, do laundry, do things around the house, catch up on TV, I can do it because I don't really watch a whole lot of TV now, because I've learned that that's one thing I can cut out and be a lot more productive. So, I was building my business on maybe 1 hour a day during the week, and then on the weekends, put in 2, maybe 3 hours on Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday every week for 1.5 years. Didn't take time off for anything but holidays, and that was just holidays when I was with my family. But then I would come home and I would work at least an hour. So it was all about being consistent, being like, for this hour today, this is what I'm going to do. So for 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to be connecting with new people. For 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to be inviting. For 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to be following up. And then things like connecting with my coaches and my customers and my challenge groups, that was done separate. So that was done on like lunch breaks. That was done when I was in the bathroom. That was just done when I had the time. So as I said, you can't use the excuse that you don't have time. If you have an hour a day, you can work a home business. Maybe you're going to have to give up TV for an hour a day, but don't say that you don't have time to work a business when you're watching 1, 2, 3 hours of TV a night. Yeah, it's nice to relax and unwind. things like that. But the time for me when I relax and unwind was when I was doing my personal development. So I was doing 15 minutes of reading a night before I went to bed. That was my unwinding time. Dinners with my family was also my unwinding time. There was no social media, no phones, no nothing at dinner. We were together talking about our day, talking about life. That was our unwinding time. So I did not sacrifice time with my family. I just didn't do it because I wasn't willing to do it. Even though I worked my butt off to make it so I could be a stay-at-home mom when I had my daughter. I made sacrifices, but I still was there for the activities. I was still there for the important things. That's what this is about. If you have 1 hour a day, you have time to work a business. Again, if it's not watching an hour of TV, that's just what you're going to have to do. If it's going to bed an hour later, that's what you're going to have to do. Because if you have big dreams and big goals and you want to work a business, I mean, you can. It has to be how bad you want it. So that's really what I wanted to say today. Now I'm off to take my supplements, drive a little ways, and then stop to eat my lunch because I have to eat my lunch a half hour after taking my Ultimate Reset supplements. So hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.